We were doing her human personality. It is raining outside, and you can sit at home and listen to this. Sri Ma Sarda Devi's human personality. Some of the characteristics are interlinked with her life, as we will see, while of others she is but a witness. So, putting it into these two categories, like being interlinked in her life and in her as a witness, we will see how Swami Gambhirananda ji builds up the text. Her personal acts, sometimes interpreted by herself, are very valuable indeed, but the opinions she expressed from a distance are no less so. Since any evaluation made by an extraordinarily gifted, cultured, and saintly lady, steeped in the age old tradition of her race, has its own special appeal. And when we remember that her whole life was meant as a beacon to future generations, these illustrations through life or comments by words of mouth become all the more significant. For the little hamlet of Jairambati, the mother had a lifelong fondness. Once, when she was on the point of leaving for Calcutta, her aunt said, "Sharda, do come again." The mother said, "It goes without saying that I will." And to emphasize that promise, she touched the floor of the house again and again and laid its dust on her head, quoting a line from a Sanskrit verse: "Mother and mother country are superior even to heaven." She had some sort of a relationship established with every villager, aged or young, whatever their social standing. Even people of other villages had a share in that love. On the day of the immersion of the image of Durga, when all came to prostrate themselves before her and to receive her blessings, she never forgot to inquire about and show the utmost consideration for her uncle Kunja, who belonged to a lower caste of a different village and was noted for his skill in making images of deities. In such social contacts, she did not let her high caste stand in her way. We are right now doing Sri Ma Sarda Devi's human personality. The great devotee Girish Chandra Ghosh once declared that in the present age Sri Ramakrishna conquered all through his weapon of salutation, that is, humility. The mother's life too was eloquent of this attitude of being lower than the lowliest. When, as a result of advancing years, it became impossible for her to cook for all, an old Brahmin woman was engaged in the kitchen. The mother called her aunt. When the mother was about to salute this aunt on the evening of the immersion of the Durga image, the old woman protested, saying, "That's unthinkable, mother. You are the mother of the universe. All salute you. I am but an ordinary woman. I can't possibly pocket such high honor." The mother, however, could not be dissuaded. She saluted the cook and added, "That can never be. You are an aunt. You are my aunt, to be sure." There was not the slightest affectation in these dealings. Once, Surya Narayan, a cousin of hers, found on reaching Vishnupur from Kolkata with her that he had left back an article without which he could not go home. Accordingly, a telegram was sent to Calcutta advising its dispatch by the next train. Till the thing came, the mother refused to go away, leaving behind her cousin alone, and said, "Is Surya a stranger to me?" We have mentioned earlier a number of facts concerning the mother's attitude to caste. Now we'll talk about the attitude to caste. The master once declared, "Devotees have no caste." The mother seemed to follow this literally in the field of spirituality. Though in social dealings she never advocated revolution, but rather conformed to the established norms in refusing initiation to a certain candidate who had his own family guru. She said, "One should follow one's family tradition. One has to observe caste so long as one is in society." When during her last illness it was proposed to feed her with bread, she declined, saying, "My boy, don't you feed me with things touched by Mohammedans during these closing days." Accordingly, she was given bread made by Brahmins. Later on, she agreed to eat milk roll loaves on being told that these have been prepared by machines. At this time, she developed a distaste for food so that she had to be allowed a little quantity of rice for which alone she had some appetite. One day, Dr. Kanjilal happened to be present at the mealtime. Noticing that the quantity of rice was in excess of what he could allow, he told Sarala Devi, the attendant, he took her to task and said that from the next day he would arrange for paid nurses, as Sarala could not be relied on. When the doctor left, the mother said, "I shall accept the service of those women in shoes. How can I do that? Does he imagine I shall? I won't be able to do so. Please go on doing the work just as you have been doing." Actually, the professional nurse never came. If we are to reconcile the apparent contradiction between her conformity with caste restrictions and her loving relationship with Amzad and others, we have to scrutinize a few more incidents. We know about Amzad, whom mother loved a lot and who would come to her and she would feed her. The mother had no hesitation in showing honor to non Brahmins who were otherwise cultured, highly placed, and respectable in every way. When Kaviraj Shamdas Vachaspati came to Udbodhan to examine Radhu, this was in September 1918, the latter saluted the Kaviraj to the mother's bidding. After the physician had left, someone present there asked, "Is he her Brahman?" "No," replied the mother, "he is a Vaidya." Again it was asked, "Why then did you ask her to salute him?" The mother posed the counter question, "Why should she not?" and then explained, "How very erudite. They are so good as Brahmins. If she is not to salute whom should she?" A devotee of the Kayastha family, a Kayastha caste, came to Jairam Bati with 4 others. The mother's new house was then under construction. She called Radhu and pointed to the Kayastha devotee and said, "Radhu, your elder brother has come. Salute him." The devotee then thought, "What's this? I am a Kayastha to be sure." At the same time, this assurance also came to his mind. The mother won't certainly do anything harmful to me. At last, Radhu and the devotee both saluted each other. A devout woman came to the Udbodhan to tell the mother that she had been initiated in a dream. The mother confirmed the mantra that the devotee had received. And then, coming to know that she was the wife of a disciple of the mother, the latter said, "Why did you not tell me earlier? O Radhu, O Maku, come to salute the manager's wife." Dumbfounded, the devotee objected, "Mother, What's this that you are saying? I am a Kaista by birth, and how can they who are Brahmins salute me? The mother said, one shouldn't speak thus. You are a pious soul. Devotees have no caste. So, mother always adhered to this. Devotees have no caste. They stand to gain by saluting you. When Radhu and Maku came, the devotee grasping their feet, and the mother said, no need of that. She won't allow you to salute. Of a truth, they are devotees, and as such, they are the master in all beings. On such a high pedestal, she wanted to place all human relationships. But weak humanity could hardly have that divine outlook, and hence adapted its dealings to social requirements even while in the house of God. So, see how she wanted to change. So, if we see just the human aspect, we would think that she was a revolutionary of that period. So, always stay tuned, learn from what Mother has done to us and helped us. We can learn from the examples that she has put us. So let us always bow down, salute to her, think of her, and think of her Leela. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Stay tuned and do like and share our videos and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for being with us. Namaskar.